big bag, let me bang that. Show me where your friends at, we can flip that. Let me put you on the game. 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 I'll show you where the red at, where the blue at. Show you where they flip that, where they bitch at. Let me put you on the game. Let me put you on the game. Let me put you on the game. Let me put you on the game right now.
What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Alex. Shout out to the Elite Fleet. Make sure you like and subscribe so you can become a member of the Elite Fleet. And I want to tell you guys a secret that's going to move you up to #1 on any girl you're talking to's list. It's going to put you ahead of all the other dudes. And it's a very, very simple thing to do. Y'all ready? Pick up the phone and call the girl. I repeat, pick up the phone and call the girl. Now, I know some of y'all might be thinking, Alex, what's the big deal with that? But you guys will be shocked how many men don't do this. The #1 complaint I hear from women all the time is, I gave a dude my number and he, what you doing? What you doing? He WIDing me to death. Or when can we link? When can we link? Or can I come through to death? He never actually picks up the phone and makes a phone call. It's the same thing when girls be on the dating apps. I gave a dude my number. Then he immediately started texting me. I'm like, yo, we could do this on a dating app. It's a turnoff. Why'd you ask me for my number if you was just gonna text me? You guys gotta call these women. You cannot build rapport with a woman through the phone. Let me tell you guys something. This is an early gym. You see this? This is a phone. This is my work phone. But this is not real. The phone is the metaverse, guys. I repeat, the phone is the metaverse. See, I tell you guys all the time, don't holler at girls on social media. If you're gonna holler at a girl on social media, you're gonna talk to a girl from social media, she needs to be coming at you. She needs to be seeing your life was lit. She needs to be seeing that your gear was fly. Or she needs to be seeing that you getting money and she's hollering at you. Because if you holler at a girl online, she automatically looks at you as a fan. You're looking up to her. You admire her. You like, damn, it's like you reaching for something you can't grab, like she's a celebrity. See, when you use this phone and you don't call, it's the same thing. It's the metaverse. When you're texting a girl, that's no different to her than her DMs. What's the difference between you and the 100 dudes in her DM if all you're doing is texting her? You gotta become real to a woman. To become real to a woman, you have to step out of the metaverse, which means you have to call her on that phone. Once you call her on that phone and she hears the inflection of your voice, okay, and you're really able to razzle dazzle, because you guys don't understand how much your tone and how you talk and how you carry a conversation means to a woman. Those of you who've been in a relationship before, you've already heard this, but you'll hear women say all the time, I just want to hear your voice. It doesn't matter if it's for 2 minutes, 5 minutes, because your voice becomes soothing. That masculine tone, that sachet that you put on the end of your voice, that becomes soothing her. She starts fiending for that connection. Now you become real. See, as soon as you call a woman, now you're a real person. Now you really exist in her world. Now you're someone she's dating or someone she's talking to. Now you're someone she considers a friend. Now you're someone in her actual fabric of her reality. But as long as you keep texting, like I said, you're no different than the dudes in her DM. You're no different than anyone who's following her on her IG or her Twitter or her Snapchat, whatever the case may be. You gotta call to differentiate yourself, guys. And this also has multiple levels, okay? You also want to call to vet. You want to call to make sure that this woman not crazy and you're not wasting your time or money. Like, most people have a horrible date story. I don't have any horrible date stories. One of the reasons I don't have any horrible date stories is because I always call women before I go out with them. It doesn't have to be a long phone call. All you need is a good 10 to 20 minutes. That's it. You're going to know right away whether or not this is someone you can continue talking to. Like, look, I'll give you guys a perfect example, as a matter of fact. All right, I had to stop for a minute because that siren was getting a little bit too loud. But that's what happened when you live in the heart of the city, downtown, and you on the rooftop getting it. But anyway, let me tell you guys the importance of a phone call, because it makes vetting so much easier. I was talking to this one chick. Beautiful, fine-ass little red bone, slim, thick, gorgeous, pretty as all hell. I met her, I bagged her, I was hyped. I was like, yeah, we gonna get it popping, yeah. And I had one phone conversation with her, and that was all it took for me to cut her off. And I'm gonna tell you guys exactly what happened. Quick story time. I called her, right? Now, when we introduced each other, I told her my name was AJ. Obviously, my name is not really AJ. She told me her name was Jewel. I knew her name wasn't really Jewel. First of all, if it was Jewel, red flag. I already told y'all, if she got any type of stripper name, which is any type of jewelry or accessory, her name Diamond, her name is Jewel or anything like that, I'm not talking to her. If her name Cashmere, Mercedes, after any type of car, Porsche, anything like that, I'm not talking to her. So it would have been a red flag, but I knew her name wasn't Jewel. I could just tell, okay? So in the phone conversation, she said, so what's your real name? I said, what you mean? She said, I know your real name's not AJ. I said, why not? Why it can't be AJ? You ain't never heard of AJ Brown? She's like, yeah, but every AJ I know, that's not their real name. I was like, okay, Jewel's not your real name. Now, she said, that's right. Right? Now, keep that in mind. You're going to see why that's important. So eventually, I told her, I was like, no, AJ's not my real name. It's Alex Jr. That's my real name. It's Alex. The first part is Alex. The last thing is Junior because I'm a junior. She said, oh, okay. I said, so what's your real name and not your stripper name? Because Jewel is your stripper name. That's the name you give dudes before you know if you like them or not. You know what she said to me? She said, what? My stripper name? That's offensive. I'm offended by that. I said, why are you offended? It's a joke. Yeah, but still, stripper name. I'm like, well, it's not your real name anyway. How do you know it's not my real name? Because you just said it's not your real name. She gonna say, I didn't say it's not my real name. Cat. Now, I really should have ended it here, but because she gorgeous, I'm like, okay, you know what? She might be just goofy. So I'm not gonna end it there. I said, oh, okay. Okay, so that is your real name? She said, no, it's not my real name. My real name is Alexis. So what was the point? But I was willing to let that rock. But she's like, but you didn't know that wasn't, this is what made me cut it off. Because I was willing to let that rock. But then she goes, well, you didn't know that wasn't my real name, though. Why would you say stripper name? So I told her the same thing I told y'all. I'm like, Jewel, Diamond, Cashmere, Lex. If you named after their car, Lexus, Mercedes, any of that type of stuff, Porsche. Yeah, red flag, stripper names. I'm not dealing with you. So she said, how did you know my name wasn't Jewel? Because she's still acting like she didn't tell me that her name wasn't Jewel. So I said, I guess I must be a sidekick. This is when I cut her off, because I said, I guess I must be a sidekick. She said, what? What do you mean? I said, a sidekick. A sidekick? I'm like, yes, like a medium. She said, oh no, I don't do spirituality and ghost and all that devil worship and stuff. I'm like, I'm not talking about no devil worship stuff. I'm like, I'm a sidekick. She said, I never heard the word sidekick before. I said, how you never heard the word sidekick before? She said, I've only ever heard it called fortune teller or medium. So you've heard medium, but you haven't heard sidekick? She said, I thought you meant like sidekick, like Batman and Robin. But yeah, I don't do all that devil stuff. And ghost, no, I don't do all that. So at that point, I was just like, all right, I made an excuse to get off the phone, deleted the number. Because I knew right off the bat, I'm like, yo, I cracked 2 jokes and you somehow found both jokes offensive. Somehow. How is saying I must be a sidekick because you don't remember telling me that wasn't your real name offensive? How the hell is saying... give me your real name, not your stripper name, when that's not your real name, offensive? You just want to be offended by everybody. At that point, I'm like, okay, I'm dealing with a modern liberal woman. Okay, everything has to be PC. She wanted me to be PC principal up in the building, and I'm not about to be PC principal and censor every damn thing I'm saying so you feel comfortable and okay. I'm good. I'm moving on. And that's one of the most important reasons why it's important to call girls. Because had I not called this girl, I would have went on a date and realized she was a boring-ass modern woman who's offended by every goddamn thing. Everything's offensive, and the date would have been horrible, and I would have had a bad time. But just one phone call let me know, okay, it's no point in taking her on a date. Now, before we get out of here, I'm going to say this. I know some of you guys don't like getting on the phone because some of you guys feel like you don't have game, even though I tell you all the time you don't need game. Just be yourself, whatever yourself is. If you the serious guy, be the serious guy. If you the jokey guy, be the jokey guy. If you the dirty guy, be a nerd. If you're the investment guy, talk about investments. It does not matter. Just be yourself. But I know a lot of you dudes think I don't have game. I don't know what to say. So that's why I don't call them. So let me leave you with this gem. If you don't know how to talk to women, first of all, you have to do it. That's the only way you can get better at anything is by practice. But let me give you this gem. If you don't know how to talk to women, okay? Because modern women can be difficult. Back in my day, when I keep saying back in my day like I'm that old, I'm literally only 30. But back in my day, right, when I was in school, like I graduated high school in 2009, for example. When I was in high school, the girls did all the talking. When I was in college, okay, I graduated college in 2014, the girls did all the talking. Nowadays, Gen Z women, I'll give it to you fellas, they can kind of be boring. They can be very antisocial. I think social media is starting to mess their heads up too a little bit. But I'll say this, once you crack their egg, they run their mouths nonstop like a regular woman. So all you gotta do is get them comfortable. And if you don't know how to talk to women, catch this gem. I'm gonna tell you what to do. Just ask a bunch of open-ended questions. I repeat, just ask a bunch of open-ended questions if you don't know how to talk to women. What's an open-ended question? It's questions that can't just be answered with yes or no. They have to elaborate and give a little bit of detail. So I give you guys a quick example, okay? Don't overthink it, okay? So you just want to do who, what, when, where, how. That's all you want to do. I'll give you guys a quick example. Say it's your first time talking to a girl. You call her up, bring, whatever the case may be. She said hello, you say hello. So you be like, hey, so how'd your day go? Like, did you do anything fun or was it just work, right? So she might not have did nothing fun. So she might say, oh, I didn't really do anything fun. I was just at work, it was just a regular work day. Oh, okay. All right, so what you up to now? Like, she might say, well, I just came home. I just decided to cook something. So then you can say something as simple as, oh, okay, what you about to cook? Let me find out you a chef. What you cooking up? She can be like, oh, I'm just making I don't know. Let's say she making chicken and rice and peas. I'm just making chicken and rice and peas. Oh, you making chicken and rice and peas? Okay, so you from the Caribbean? You from the island? Anyone from the islands? Yeah, my grandmother is from Trinidad and my dad is from Trinidad. Oh, okay, all right. I know some people over in Barbados. Oh, you know some people in Barbados? Yeah, I go up there all the time. That's what's up. So you ever visit the islands? Oh, I've been 3 or 4 times. What you do out there? I've been to Carnival. I've been to this. I've been to that. Oh, okay, that's what's up. So what else can you cook? What's your best dish? I make a really good Rasta pasta too. Oh, you make really good Rasta pasta? Yeah, I make really good Rasta pasta. Oh, okay, all right. I gotta come over there and try that one of these days. But listen, what's your plans for the rest of the week? I'm not gonna be doing nothing much besides working. You got any plans for the weekend? No, not really. My girls, they ain't saying nothing. They ain't really talk about much, so I don't think anything's going on. All right, cool. So let me book early. I don't have any plans for the weekend yet neither. So since you're free, I was thinking, all right, on Saturday we can go shoot some pool, have a few drinks, get to know each other a little better. That sound good to you? Yeah, that sounds good to me. All right, cool. I'll talk to you on Saturday. Now from there, you just keep texting her, just to keep the conversation going, just to keep yourself in her head. And what's going to happen is you're setting up anticipation. See, it's Tuesday and you set a date for Saturday. So now she's anticipating that Saturday the whole week. So now you can text her. Now you just want to maintain conversation. Now you don't want to call her again because you don't want to say anything or do anything that might mess up the date. Now you want her to keep building that anticipation until the date day comes. Then when the date day comes, y'all just chill and vibe. But just off that conversation alone, you could tell this seemed like a pretty chill chick. She's not overly offended. She don't seem like she's bothered by everything. She's not asking me a bunch of interview questions trying to disqualify me. She seems real chill, down to earth. The date should at least be cool, even if it doesn't go anywhere. And that's the importance of a phone call. And again, guys, I'm telling you, most men are not doing this. Literally, just by picking up the phone and calling a woman, you're going to put yourself ahead of pretty much the rest of the class just by doing that. As simple as that is. So that's my gems on that. Pick up the phone, become real, step out of the metaverse, and call these women. I am Alex, and I am out. Peace.